Loki. And I'm like, I thought it was perfect. Like that was, yeah, it was so good.
Was it now?
Oh yeah, definitely recommend watch.
I'm just like I get how it like still like opens the doors for what we thought was going to happen anyways, but like I feel like it's the end of seeing Hiddleston.
It is. He's
MCU,
actually
yeah.
He's done.
We can talk about that here in a second.
It's done. I feel like that's why it. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Hold that thought real quick. Welcome,
we need it fresh off the dome. Improv.
Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. Yeah, we can actually start talking about the shows we've been watching because, the strike is over. I am joined by the Beanie One, as always, Gerard Barrera.
What's up, everybody? How you going? How's it going? How are all the nerds doing? That's right, the nerds out there. We need to convo because the strike is over, baby.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, hanging out on Animal Crossing is our version of Anthony Michael Hall's sidekick from 16 Candles, the babyface one, Theo Walsh.
I will be honest. I have never watched 16.
Oh my God.
Candles.
You know what? But at this point, I'm not surprised. It's okay.
So you'll get the reference. Jerry gets the reference. Look at his Animal Crossing character. Look at the sunglasses he's wearing. It's the freaking sidekick.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Those are so cool. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's okay. Good one. That's a good one. I like that.
See, I'm back. I need to get back to our movie references because 10.5 years of Blockbuster. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's just quick get it. I want to pick up right on that conversation we were just having in reference to Loki. I have not watched the end of Loki season 2, which just happened. So we don't really want to go into any spoilers because there's some people that are still trying to watch it.
Yeah.
But yes, as we were talking about, Tom Hiddleston he was on Jimmy Fallon the other night and actually did announce that he is done after this with Loki for the MCU.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, that being said, we know money could talk and Disney could come back with a big, massive offer. Because there's now rumors floating around that they're going to try and bring back the original Avengers because apparently the MCU as a whole is not doing well post Endgame.
I heard that rumor too. Some people were to ask Scarlett Johansson, like, "Hey, we heard you might be coming."
She's like, too. Yeah. Just like, is it a zombie movie?
Yeah. Interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Kevin Feige has said he hasn't heard anything about it. So,
well,
it'll be interesting because, like,
did you hear the other news about Feige? Was that he put his hat in to be the head for Star Wars division?
They've already got Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau for that,
but they haven't announced. And that's
okay.
I totally agree, but it's either a rumor or like it's been said that he threw his hat in for consideration for
I get
Star
it
Wars division.
But I feel like I don't want it. Like, I like what Feige's done with MCU, but as well as I don't necessarily want Star Wars to get its universe a little over convoluted like MCU is.
So it wasn't the head of Star Wars. He wanted to make a Star Wars movie. And and it's a development project since 2019. According to the Hollywood Reporter, his movie is dead.
Bummer. Okay.
And he had hired Michael Waldron, who wrote Loki, to pen the script.
Oh wow.
Here's my thing is I let Kevin Feige stay in Marvel. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing a tremendous job with Star Wars right now. Kathleen Kennedy just needs to step the fuck out of the way and let them do what they need to do.
Yeah, but they also need to be named the heads of the Star Wars division. Yeah.
Let her still be over Lucasfilm, fine, whatever, but let them be over Star Wars.
That's the other thing I still don't understand. One, you have Favreau, who has clearly proven himself time and time again, not only at Marvel, because he did the first big MCU movie, which was Iron Man.
Yep.
And on top of that, we got the Mandalorian and all the Star Wars lore that has been successful.
Yes.
That has been Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. And Dave Filoni, who is like the hands behind everything of all of that, literally
may we say the heir to the empire?
Yes, almost exactly. He was apprenticed to George Lucas. Like everything he learned straight from the creator.
Yeah.
So like, why is it even a question? But it's still a question.
Dude, he was like, when he got...
I guess I thought it was a rumor that Feige was throwing in his hat, but you know, obviously people are still trying to...
Let's talk about Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
And the heir to the empire reference is we get to talk about this fucking Ahsoka.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you for the strike being over with, because we have been chomping at the bit to actually talk about the stuff we've been watching and we've been seeing and stuff like that, but we haven't, because some of our good friends are part of SAG and we did not want to do anything counterproductive.
We also wanted to support. Yeah.
So that being said, Rebels Part 2, aka Ahsoka, I thought was fantastic. It was
all the tie-ins,
fantastic, all
the amazing tie-ins, and then the tie-in from the end of Rebels to Ahsoka.
Yep,
awesome. Like, dude, we spoke about that like for like an hour, bro. Like that was it was so much fun.
Jerry and I have been talking about this.
Done. Yeah,
for the last several weeks, but I honestly love the fact that we didn't get a happy ending. We got a fucking Empire Strikes Back ending,
right?
On that show,
dude. Epic setup like that. Like not only it didn't feel like New Hope. It didn't feel like New Hope. It felt like a fresh new story that like oh man, war is coming. We're like Hope-esque, New Hope-esque, but like a fresh and like current. And oh man, yeah.
And what some people don't
not Marv talking. I'm sorry,
Thrawn,
General Thrawn, like
Admiral. Yep. And I think that's the thing is like a lot of people who didn't watch Rebels, right? They don't know exactly who Thrawn is. I have known who Thrawn is since my senior year in high school.
Yeah, you read the
Class
books.
of '97. Timothy Zahn, the Heir to the Empire series. We know what, and there's Theo time jumping and cheating.
And that's more, even more in detail.
Yes.
Oh, meticulous.
Thrawn.
How much of
my God,
like strategist he is.
Think about this. The best way to put it is Darth Vader is to the Sith as Admiral Thrawn is to the Imperial fleet. Like, he is like, he was Palpatine's master tactician. There's a reason why him and half the fleet weren't at Endor. They were off doing other shit. And seeing him live action like that, it was like being a kid again and reading those books. They are, God, I wish they were
just
in.
The fact that they brought the voice actor Skarsgård for the live action was awesome. And he did an amazing. And
I think like another thing is seeing
family, like that whole family is freaking talented too.
Yes, they are.
Holy crap.
And I think seeing and now they've both been in Star Wars now too. Because his brother was in Rogue One.
No. The TV show. Andor. He's in Andor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. It's great, and I love seeing Sabine be the Jedi, but also be the Mandalorian. Like you could see both of her sides.
I like that she was. I like that she was still like rough around the edges, and still like even now still needs training. But we see her find her groove, especially like. Especially when a Jedi finds the fighting style that suits them,
Mhm.
which was kind of ironic that it was Saber Blaster, but that was awesome, and the way it came out, like it was cool. And yeah, I love the actress for Sabine. Like the whole show was just, to me, incredibly solid. I would say par with Mandalorian. And it was just we got some more like Jedi sides of everything, and yeah, I was really happy with it. And the actor who played Ezra, dude,
I think everybody was just
kudos to
great
whoever
cast.
casted. Yeah, the casting was great.
I mean, it's Dave Filoni. Let's be honest. He casted all of it. But no, when I'm talking about it, like Mads Mikkelsen, right? Lars's brother was the guy who designed the Death Star.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's in Rogue One. Remember, he's the one that put
he is in Rogue One.
Yeah, so there's so
Sorry,
many family.
I meant the other Skarsgård. And he was in.
I mean, look at all the like the different family references, right? Because Ewan McGregor, his wife played Syndulla.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's it's kind of
Mary
full circle.
Louise Winstead.
Yep.
McGregor. Now, oh well, I don't think she
hyphenated. I don't know.
I
If
don't
she
think she
hyphenated.
hyphenated. No, I don't think so.
But either way, like I loved all of it, and I loved the. I loved the whole just nod to Leia, during it going.
Oh yeah.
And Mon Mothma was like, I don't believe you for a second, but I'm not going to go against Leia, type of a thing. So, like, just those little things, right? It just tied everything in, and it is going to be great. And I'm waiting. I can't wait to see how Filoni ties his Thrawn movies. I know it's one, but it's going to end up turning into a trilogy probably. How those link into how it all sets up, the sequel trilogy, right? So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I have highly predict that it's probably going to be the movie, then the second season, and then the announcement of the next two movies.
Oh, speaking of announcements, it did come out, and it hasn't been confirmed by Lucasfilm yet, but it does look like we are getting a season 2 of Kenobi.
Sweet.
Yes.
That should be good.
All right. So
thank God.
So
I love you, Ewan. Like, if you ever want to be on the show, please.
Anybody from Star Wars,
anyone
at that point.
But Ewan, I love you. You're the man.
So real quick, just to show this off before we actually get into the categories, Game Awards was the nominees were announced yesterday. Here's the most nominated publishers.
Oh wow.
I don't know why my screen share is paused. Hold on, I was going to show it.
Technical difficulties. It's okay.
Freaking.
Since we're talking about live action and we have a little bit of a space here, I hope you guys got to see the first trailer of the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix.
Thank you for sending that to me. Yes, I did.
It looks amazing.
It does. It looks like it's going to finally be done. Like,
I can't wait for it. It looks so good.
Highly made me want to, like, I have to finish the show first.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, good time.
So here we go. All right. So as far as the nominations go, we're going to go in, and unfortunately Jason's not here. So it is really going to be a true 3-person vote. But Nintendo led the way with 15 nominations this year. PlayStation right behind them with 13. You had 10 nominations from the Xbox Game Studios with Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox. 9 from Epic. 8 from Capcom, Larry, and Square Enix. 6 for EA, and 4 nominations for CD Projekt Red and Riot Games.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into this.
Let's do it.
The nominees are.
Let me sign in so we can vote here.
Oh yeah.
We'll just do this under mine since it's easier to connect to.
Sweet.
Connected.
Ooh, I can see your password.
No, you can't. Anyway, so Game of the Year are the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. For me, as much as I like seeing Mario
Baldur's
Wonder
Gate.
up there, I can't vote for Mario Wonder because I don't think it truly is Game of the Year. I think
Nope.
Tears of the Kingdom, for me, I know
Nope.
you guys have been playing it. You guys would be able to say that.
Still love it, but no, not
I'd
Game of
say
the Year.
Baldur's Gate.
I would say
I haven't played Baldur's Gate.
I've heard
I've-
tremendous things about Baldur's Gate 3.
Same, and
I've heard
I've
tremendous
watched,
things, yeah.
I've watched like a couple hours of nothing but gameplay. You can do a whole lot in that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've also watched a little bit of Alan Wake.
I've heard amazing things
Imaginative.
about Alan Wake.
I'm kind of saying, Matt, I'm kind of curious and like kind of want to play it now. It looks.
Yeah.
Did you play the first one, Jerry?
I didn't.
I played the
did.
first one years ago on the
I
360.
did watch a buddy of mine play it, so I have seen it, but I didn't play it myself. This one is interesting, but my
vote would be Baldur's Gate 3, even though I haven't played it, but I know everybody's talking about that game, and know so many people that are playing it. So,
and no offense to Resident Evil 4, like I don't want a remake to win Game of the Year ever.
Okay,
all
That's
right.
just me. That's
Best
just me.
game
I never
direction.
want-
So awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. So we've got Alan Wake 2,
yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3,
Baldur's Gate.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. Now, keep in mind, though, this is also innovation. So
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate, have they really innovated above their normal formula?
yeah.
That's gonna be the question.
A lot of game studios
um,
are going to follow this formula now.
Yep.
I'm telling. Yeah,
I've heard a lot about, just everything from a design perspective from Alan Wake 2 as well. As much as we love Nintendo and PlayStation, Mario Wonder isn't innovative enough to
No,
warrant that.
It's
Tears of the
a
Kingdom-
new
I feel like Tears is very innovative because I mean it's
I would
one
say-
of the first games that at least that I've seen where that you can really create
and
in it and it not be the
Mhm.
primary purpose of the game.
And that's where I think from a game direction design innovation perspective, I think Tears of the Kingdom for me over Baldur's Gate, just because, I mean, come on, think about this. How many Geneva Convention violations did we actually see when that game came out? In the different
Right.
ways everyone was designing stuff.
and some pretty great like engineering.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
Like,
people
I mean,
were building
like
X-Wings
every time
and
that I would
everything.
see TikTok, it looked like I was watching Iron Man 2 when he was looking
Yeah.
when he was in
Yeah.
court and looking at
So-
all the different versions of Iron Man.
I
So
can go with that. Okay.
I would say for me, innovation would be Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
I agree.
Cool.
All right. So the next category is Best Narrative. So for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, we've got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 16, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Hmm.
That's a little hard for me
I
right
haven't-
now.
That's
I
kinda
haven't
hard
played Phantom
too.
Liberty.
It's insane. Spider-Man is amazing. Spider-Man was great. It was a solid story, but like once again, I would say it's a solid sequel. I haven't played Final Fantasy.
FF16 up until the point I'm at in the game has been really good. So but I've heard for me from everybody that I know in the gaming community that's played Alan Wake 2, the story for them has been
kind of
hitting-
down. I'm down for Alan Wake. Like Baldur's Gate is a lot of like like your own story and like make your own decision.
I'd agree with that.
So yeah, I would go with Alan Wake.
Yeah. All right. Our next category is best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical
Ooh.
achievement in artistic design and animation. This is a hard category because you've got Alan Wake 2, you do have Mario and Tears, you have Liza P and Hi-Fi Rush.
I really kind of want to vote for Liza P.
Liza
I
P
kind of want to vote for Hi-Fi
it's-
Rush.
for me.
Oh yeah.
Hi-Fi
Yeah.
Rush from the game, from the artistic design of that, I've heard nothing but great things. Liza P's the same way.
You guys got to send me a trailer. I haven't seen
It's a
anything
very
on it.
innovative, artistic way, and like everything,
Yeah.
and like, why can't I think of how I can describe it for you, Jerry?
For me though, from what I've seen though, I'm more on the side of Liza P than Hi-Fi Rush.
Okay.
That's
I actually haven't seen any scenes of
I've
Liza
seen
P. So
quite a
Like,
bit, and it's
yeah, man.
I know the mechanics and everything is like really smooth and looks beautiful.
Well,
So
it's
I
also
would
it's
agree
the
with whatever you
world,
guys choose.
it's the even the villains and the enemies are like
Yeah.
interesting. Like, well,
Jerry, would you agree from
John.
an artistic design and animation perspective that Liza P is a worthy?
For me, it would be between
Yes.
Alan Wake and Liza P. But I would honestly
I'm gonna say Liza P for me. Like,
okay, cool.
as
Well,
much
Liza
as Mario looks great, and
But
Tears
that
is great,
high
it's
P
not.
high P rush,
No, Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi rush. You guys got to
Okay.
send me a trailer.
Well,
Okay.
okay. Best score in music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original
Oh.
song, and/or licensed soundtrack. We've got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm gonna default to you
Hmm.
guys because I mean I've barely heard anything from Baldur's Gate, like just from trailers. And you
I
guys
mean,
played Final
I
Fantasy.
would
me,
primarily
so-
go Hi-Fi Rush primarily because that's one of the big mechanics in the game, really.
Is music.
Yeah.
however,
I kind of
or
figured.
or FF16, I guess.
see, for me is I get Tears of the Kingdom and whatnot being on this, but
Tears
for
of the
me,
Kingdom soundtrack was not good
for
to
me,
Agreed.
it's FF16. I mean, Masayoshi
Oh, yeah?
Soken. I mean, the score is phenomenal. It ranks up there with some of the best, with 8 and 7 and 9 and 10 and 13. Like, it is a very good score. Like,
Sure.
very, very good. So,
Well, I'll default
For
to
me-
you guys. So I mean,
however, that being said, as much as I really enjoy it, like Theo, you are right. Hi-Fi Rush, it is very much the soundtrack is very much the centerpiece of that game.
Yeah.
From the everything I've seen. So for me, I want to toss them. I want to go Hi-Fi Rush. As much as I love the
Sweet.
score to FF16 and
Because
Final Fantasy,
I would describe like with it being soundtrack and Hi-Fi Rush, it was like to describe it to Jerry would be like, how
hey, look who decided to show up.
Baby Driver.
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember how like the soundtrack
dare
was
you guys?
Hey, there
literally
he
with
is.
Jay,
everything?
you are 30 minutes late, sir.
What's up, baby?
I mean, how dare us? How dare you, sir?
How dare you? How dare you disrespect Soken like that, man? How dare you?
It wasn't a disrespect to him, Jay.
No.
Like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I've awakened from my slumber, guys. How's it going?
Oh, you were
Oh
asleep?
my god.
Yeah, dude. I've been dead.
that's
dude.
the maitre d' service.
Apparently, that's what it takes to wake you up. Is
Right?
dissing.
Dissing.
Yo, for real.
It's like
like
there's a
so
disturbance in the
come
force.
on, bro.
What's going on?
Even the
just
chat
sensed-
agreed with me. FF16, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
real
bro.
quick. All right, we can change it if Jay's here, but just to catch you up.
No, you're good so far. I've been watching.
Game of the year.
I've been loving looking.
Okay. Baldur's Gate.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Tears.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Best narrative for Alan Wake. Art direction we went with Liza P. So best score. So apparently the chat is saying
Chat is
we
saying
need to go with.
yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so we will change our vote.
Dude, Soken is oh my god, he does work, man. Like
But at the same time, Hi-Fi Rush, though, from the trailer and everything I've seen from gameplay wise, that also has a very good.
you know what
soundtrack
happened
as
last
well.
year?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do Metal Singer or
Yeah.
Hellslinger, and that game was
Yep.
literally
Oh,
a
All
really
right.
Ah, yeah,
So-
that's true.
Best,
We didn't do
best
that one,
audio
though.
design. So guys, I need you to watch the chat because I do have
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
the voting screen up on my full monitor, so I can't see the chat. So
No, I got you.
anyways, here, let's just do this so we can see. So everyone at home can see the chat as well.
Yep. Boom. See? FF16,
There we
bro.
Yeah. It's Jason saying it.
Hell
Anyways.
yeah.
All right, best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, we've got Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4. For me, I'm gonna have to kick it over to Remedy and Alan Wake 2. From the videos and stuff that I've seen, the way they did the sounds and the audios for that, or
It's for me, it's between Alan Wake and Dead Space. But you won't go for that, Theo, because that's a remake.
I mean, Resident
Yeah.
Evil 4, that
Yeah,
audio is
Resident Evil
fantastic
4
as
is a
well.
remake. Like,
Also remake,
Yeah.
which
So
I
it's
do
just
understand.
saying
'cause
that
they-
I don't go for remakes to win
yeah,
Game of the year.
games of the
which
year.
which I do like. I understand because they've already been
Yeah.
done. They got retweaked and given like updated tech. I totally agree.
they've had their
Um,
chance.
So,
but
Alan Wake.
I would, yeah, I agree with Alan Wake.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think Remedy needs some love. Like they've always made some really good games, and
And
all right.
this is good to be their year too, because like
This is a loaded
Oh,
category. Best
is gonna be hard.
performance. Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16 as Clive. We've got Cameron Monaghan for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, Cyberpunk, Milani Labarde, Alan Wake 2, Neil Newbon for Baldur's Gate 3, and Yuri Lowenthal as Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Ooh.
I kind of, for me, it would be between Idris and Yuri.
And for me, I'm going Ben Starr and Cameron Monaghan. That's where I'm at.
Jason?
You know, Ben Starr was okay. Like I know it's a Final Fantasy game, and I would be skewed that way, but like it just didn't resonate with me. I think it might be Yuri, might be Yuri Idris. That's it.
For me, I'm stuck between Idris and Cameron, to be honest.
So then
See, and I love
three out of
Cameron and Jedi.
Yeah.
3 out of 4
So-
might go Idris then. So I think it's just
Should we just vote Idris? It's 3 out of 4 of us have all
and
suggested
at the
Idris.
same time, it's just that his voice is always so like
Dude, it's Idris.
Yeah, for me, it was like it was great DLC, but like for Yuri continued on and brought more to the character.
Mhm.
So,
And I'd say the same thing for Cameron too. In Survivor. So
yeah, but just I feel like after finishing the game, you like Yuri
Yuri?
like really took it farther. It feels like to me.
Yuri, folks.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I am
I mean, to your point, it was okay. Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games
Ooh.
be helped and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We've got Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush.
I only know of Spider-Man and
Spider-Man
Mortal
2,
Kombat.
Street Fighter
they
6,
did-
Mortal Kombat.
They gave more options.
I
But-
am going to actually go to bat for Forza with this.
Okay.
And the reason being is that they put in huge innovation for blind gamers or hard of sight gamers, because
Cool.
for turns and everything, they made it so there's a beeping system. So you know what type of turn it's going to be, how sharp it's going to be
Oh,
based
wow.
on the pitch and everything.
Sweet,
Like they
okay.
put so much into Forza. I have to give it, like for me, I have to give it
That's
to Turn
very
10.
cool. I like
Okay.
that,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
down.
I know that,
I had no idea about those.
I know Paul Amadeus Lane helped with some of the accessibility features for Spider-Man 2. Love my boy. But the fact that they did for Forza, they did a lot to allow hard of sight gamers the ability to play that game is
Cool.
huge to me.
Yeah, I'm down.
And I want to give a shout out to one content creator I know that's knows Danny Pena and all them is Blind Gamer Steve. He did an in-depth review on that because he is legally blind.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And he did a whole in-depth thing on it. He talked about the whole thing, the process with it and what went into it. And it was amazing. So, all right, Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, you've got A Space for Unbound, Chance of Sinar, Goodbye Volcano High, Tachia, Terra Nil, and Venba. I have no idea.
I'm in the same
Any
boat.
of
I have
these.
not heard any of these before.
same.
I think this one, if I remember, Tachia is the one where she's out on the island and interacts with the animals. It's kind of like a Moana type. if
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
what I
Oh,
remember that one as.
I vaguely remember that trailer. What were the
that's
other ones on the bottom?
You've got Terranil and Venba. So I don't know any of these games.
Yeah, I don't either.
Just from a trailer perspective, Tachia is the one that I would vote for just based on a trailer.
Let's go for it.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I mean, I
no,
haven't played any of those.
haven't heard
All right,
anything of
best
those.
ongoing:
Oh, you already know my answer.
Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, FF14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Sure.
You know, I
That
see
evolves the player experience over time.
correct. And for me, Apex Legends hasn't, even when we were playing it, even when they added on stuff, didn't really evolve it. FF14 keeps adding on more and more and more. Fortnite is kind of the same formula.
I can see.
I'm gonna go FF14
You know
for
it.
me.
Yeah. Let's say
It's
FF14.
easy. That's an easy one. The second one would have been Genshin Impact, but
Yes, I would agree with that. Okay, best community support: Baldur's Gate 3,
Oh.
Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, FF14, and No Man's Sky.
Do we talk about this one?
Okay, we know the support for the community in FF14.
No, no. I'm saying, do we go in depth for this one?
Let's
I feel like we don't need to.
We don't need
No.
to.
I don't think it's
Although,
necessary.
All I was
Well,
as much
no,
as
well,
last
I
year,
think that
as
is
much
what
as
I'm
last
trying to
year, I
imply.
defended them like
Hold on.
to my death. I with how this year has been for the Destiny 2 community, I would not put them up for a vote here.
Well, hold on though. I would.
This
But
is
hold on,
why
I'd put
we're
the
gonna
Bungie
talk
team
about
up
this a
just
little bit.
because they've had such a shitty year, and they've been
No,
their social team has been under fire.
their social
But
team is
It's,
gone
but it's
now.
not just the social teams,
Yeah.
though.
No, Deej is now over at Iron. Deej left Bungie. That's right, and he went over to
Yeah,
Iron
he did.
Galaxy. So, yeah,
Before
So
all this stuff happened, too.
Do you vote for the people that are not there, or do you vote for the people
he left a
that still
while
are?
ago. So
No,
I
no,
think
they like they had, from what I understood, there's a lot of people that just got laid off
correct.
Oh yeah,
at Bungie.
Here's
so a
my
lot of
vote.
them
we
weren't
had
the community
Matt and I had a big
support.
conversation about that.
Yes. My vote is either FF14 or it's No Man's Sky. Because that team, it's
Oh,
still small.
really?
It's a
No
small
Man's
team
Sky.
at Hello Games, and they have been
Okay.
building that community since a very bad launch, right?
Yeah.
They've built the
Oh.
game up,
From the
they've
ground up,
they've persevered
re-envisioned it.
everything, they've rebuilt it. They basically
Actually,
got
that's a good argument because
yeah,
yeah,
So did
went,
Final Fantasy 14.
yeah. No, I get that, right? And that's why I'm saying my vote's going to be No Man's Sky or it's going to be Final Fantasy 14.
I'll go Final Fantasy. The only thing I was ever going to mention was that like Baldur's Gate is growing, but they're no way there.
It's new.
Destiny, no.
We'll go.
As Theo said, we backed them already.
Yeah.
We'll
go 14. Honorable mention to Hello Games with No Man's Sky.
They set
All right,
the bar
best-
high and they've missed it. So
Best
they don't get the
independent
vote.
game. You've got Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder.
Honestly, I would
I've
go.
heard.
I've
You're
heard
going to go
nothing.
what now?
I would go Dredge.
Okay.
I've actually played it. I've beaten it. But go ahead.
So I would say is Sea of Stars for me. I've played some of that, and it is kind of the Chrono Trigger successor in a way. Cocoon, I've heard nothing but fantastic things about that. Dave the Diver, I've heard nothing but fantastic things about that. So for me, because Jerry, you've played Dredge, I've played Sea of Stars, to the point where I'm actually thinking about picking up Sea of Stars on my Switch. Because I was playing it on.
I'm down for Sea of Stars. Dredge, it was very much like a very calm, like you're really like fishing.
Yep.
So
Jerry's just fishing.
That's what. Yeah.
Best debut indie game for the best debut created by a new independent studio. So you've got Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. For me, I would say Dredge or Cocoon.
I'm down for Dredge. Let's give them some love.
Dredge it up.
I don't know any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Some
Okay.
of these ones. Sorry.
All right, best mobile game. You've got Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventures,
Bro.
Honkai, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. Honestly, I don't know anything about Terra Nil, Honkai, Hello
I
Kitty.
played none of these.
For me, I see nothing but great things about Ever Crisis and some of the tie-ins they're doing to the Final Fantasy universe. I'm gonna say
Cool.
go with Ever Crisis.
Of the 5, honestly, the best mobile game of the 5 is either going to be Honkai Star Rail or Monster Hunter. But
Okay, what
yeah,
have you
it's-
have you played either of those, Jay?
yeah, I've played Honkai,
Okay.
I've played Monster Hunter.
I will leave this
Oh,
vote
okay.
up to you.
Yeah.
I've played 4 of them.
Okay.
You know, I wish I didn't know about the Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Out of I'm all about that.
Okay.
Butters is all about that. But
Fucking
yeah,
Butters.
I mean, Honkai Star Rail, I think
Which is the best out of these 5 for you?
is the
Personally.
best, but I think
Okay.
it might go Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is just
Where do you want
Monster
your
Hunter.
vote? Where you want your vote to go?
My vote will probably go with Monster Hunter. Monster
Okay.
Hunter. Yeah.
All right.
Can't-
You know,
can't
being we used to
die
have,
away from Monster Hunter.
mobile game Monday, and he hasn't written
Yeah.
a mobile
Oh,
game
yeah.
Monday in
Dude.
ages. All right, best VR AR. We've got Gran Turismo 7, Horizon, Call of Metal, Humanity,
Yeah.
Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse. I've seen some gameplay for
all
Resident
these.
Evil, Horizon, and Gran Turismo. I mean, Gran Turismo, you're just seeing the cars and stuff around you. Resident Evil Village, we know that
Pretty sick.
the original, Biohazard gave people motion sickness and everything at E3. So we know it's pretty realistic. So where do we want to go?
I'm down for Resident Evil.
I agree.
Yeah, sure.
This
Cool.
is what happens in a democratic society. We just basically throw a dart at a board. All
Yeah.
right, best
Pretty
action
much.
game for the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. We've got Armored Core 6, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. I've heard fantastic things about Armored Core from
I
a
have
combat
too.
perspective. I haven't heard
I've
anything
never
on
heard of
Dead
Armored
Island,
Core.
Ghost Runner,
Not Dead Island.
or I mean,
Not
I've
Dead
heard some-
Island, not Ghost
Not
Runner
Dead
2.
Island. Yeah,
I've
not-
heard good things about
I'll
Remnant.
go Hi-Fi.
I've heard
wanna go Hi-Fi?
I've heard good things about Hi-Fi.
All right, let's toss it to Tango.
Sorry, just Dead Island. Just
All right,
mm-mm.
best action adventure game: Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi Survivor, or Tears of the Kingdom.
Ooh.
And the definition is for the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Jedi.
For me, it's Jedi or Tears.
Yeah. I think it might be Jedi.
I would say
I
Jedi.
wouldn't say Tears.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Tears. I'll go.
Jedi?
I'll agree with Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah. Between the two, yeah, definitely Jedi.
Yeah.
Like,
All righty, best RPG. You've got Baldur's Gate 3,
Boulders.
Final Fantasy 16, Lies of Peace, Sea of Stars, and Starfield.
I mean, Baldur's Gate 3
I
for me
think
right now
Baldur's
is
will
like
win.
essentially the definition of RPG.
Yes, I'm going to agree with that one.
yeah.
Baldur's.
Like it is. It's just. It just edges it out. Baldur's
Yeah.
VG3.
All right. All right, we've got best fighting game. You've got God of Rock, which I've never heard of, Mortal Kombat 1, Nintendo All-Star or Nickelodeon rather, All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery or Street Fighter 6. For me,
That's a
MK1 or
6.
Street Fighter 6.
Mortal Kombat.
SF6. How
MK1.
dare you? How dare
Go
you?
MK1.
Mortal Kombat.
SF6. Really? Really, guys?
Seeing those finishes and everything is pretty
What
Yeah.
is the mainstay and what is the main event of Evo?
Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
He's got a
I'll
point.
True.
SF.
True.
SF6,
You're
like
right,
Street Fighter
you're right.
is Evo. So
Okay. I'll concede to that. Jason.
Just saying, like, you know,
Alrighty,
if
bro.
it was
I
MK1
totally
was
get it.
the highlight, then you know
Bro.
MK1 was the highlight.
all right, best family
Bro.
game.
Bro, really?
Bro.
All right.
Really? We gonna discuss this?
I guess this is my category.
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah,
Illusion
yeah.
Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Wonder.
I mean, I played Wonder, but
For
I have
me,
I have
for
nothing on
best
the other games.
family game, I'm gonna give it to Pikmin.
Oh,
Reason-
okay.
I like
Reason being
party
is-
animals.
I haven't played Party Animals.
We're all party animals, bro.
But for Mario Wonder, here's my knock on it being a family game: is that all your lives are
shared
shared,
lives.
and
I
that's
knew
the
you were gonna
biggest
say
thing.
that.
So instead of everybody having their own lives, if one of the kids dies, you all lose a life. So and some of these levels are extremely hard.
What that means? Stop dying, Timmy.
So, dude,
And also,
there is a level
you
on
could
Mario
be that
Wonder.
you could be that person that teaches a valuable lesson that you're only as good. Your team is only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah, right.
Or two weakest links. But for me, my vote would go with Pikmin 4, though.
Okay,
Sounds good.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm always down to vote for Pikmin, bro.
All right. Next category: best sim strategy game. Best game focused on real time or turn based simulation or strategic gameplay. You've got
Concede to you.
Advance Wars 1 and 2, City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem, or Pikmin.
I'm figuring probably
Wars.
Fire Emblem or Pikmin.
I'm going Fire Emblem.
I figured one of those two. I'm down.
So
I'm
good.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's just so good. Shout out to Joe Hernandez, one of the voices. Bergeron.
Oh, sweet.
All right, best sports / racing game. You've got
Forza.
EA Sports
Just go Forza. Just do
FC24.
Forza.
Yeah,
we
just-
get it.
just-
Just do Forza.
F120.
dude.
Hey, I'm announcing. I have to tell the listeners at home what we're doing.
Yeah, you
EA
gotta remember our
Sports-
listeners, guys.
I
Come on
totally
now.
understand. I get it.
Jeez,
we got-
Jerry.
EA Sports FC24, aka FIFA, F123, Forza Motorsports, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and the Crew Motorfest.
Let's think about this. Forza. It's a
Forza.
Forza.
I think it's funny that Gran Turismo 7 is not nominated in that category.
Yeah.
That is
All right.
pretty.
Actually,
funny right
that's
there.
a good point. Good point.
Best multiplayer: Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals,
Ooh.
Street Fighter 6, and Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder,
Nope.
I actually had no idea Baldur's Gate was multiplayer.
I didn't either. I know Diablo 4
you can.
was. So
It's co-op.
Yeah.
Same with Diablo. It's co-op.
Oh, it's just like
and-
co-op. Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna say
Yeah.
for me is I'm
I'd
gonna
say Baldur's
give it
Gate.
to BG3 just because
Yep.
Diablo 4 I haven't heard much of anything.
No, well, Diablo 4 is the same thing. Once you do it once,
Yeah.
you've done it a million times.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
have you played Diablo 3?
All right,
No.
best.
You played Diablo 4.
Okay, here we go. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium.
This is a category now.
This is a
Wow.
category now, and we've got
Wow.
Castlevania Nocturne,
Oh.
Gran
Ooh.
Turismo, The Last of Us, the Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers movie, and Twisted Metal. I know a ton of people watch Twisted Metal, and they've said it felt like the game. I've heard
I've heard nothing but that too
I've-
about Twisted Metal.
I've
So
only
weird.
watched the first
Surprisingly.
2 episodes.
What the
It was
heck, man?
decent.
but for
But I haven't
me,
gone back
For
to
me,
it.
Last of Us.
it's Last of Us.
Yeah.
Same.
Out of these.
I mean, like, I know we're gonna pick Last of Us, but I know I just got to throw Castlevania into the hat, man.
Oh yeah, I
That
haven't watched
anime,
that yet,
oh.
but
Oh,
I still have to watch that.
oh, bro.
Is it? 'Cause
alrighty.
I've been kind of skeptical because I like the
Dude,
first.
like, honestly, Rona watched that in one night. It was that good.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
She
Okay.
binged
Most
the hell out of it. It was
anticipated
good.
game: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2,
Ooh.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws. Shout out to Julian Garrity, part of the CGN fam, and Tekken 8. From I know Tekken. A lot of people are waiting for that, but
Final
Tekken.
Fantasy or Star Wars.
I think it's going to be Outlaws or it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, I was gonna think Hades too.
Yeah, Hades 2 is up there, but no, it's Rebirth.
Yeah.
To
I think
win
Rebirth.
is going
To
to be
win,
Rebirth.
I think
Yeah,
Rebirth. Yeah.
What we like is different.
Rebirth
Yeah.
or Star Wars.
All right, content creator of the year, Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quaxity, Spreen, Cyber.
I have
Cypher,
no
PK.
idea who they are.
I've only heard of Iron Mouse in terms of just somebody mentioning it, but I've never heard of any of these people. So
I
Looks
say,
like you
I
got
say Iron Mouse just purely because the 3 pictures that are actually up all look like F boys, and then I'm not going to go with somebody that has letters for their profile
Hold on.
picture.
we're
Love it.
CGN though. So
I'm
okay,
down.
Funny.
best
Yeah.
esports game. We've got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, and Valorant.
I'll concede. Like, I think like
Either
my
right
prediction
game.
is League or Valorant because I
Yeah,
heard
I mean,
Valorant's got really popular.
I'd say
It's-
Valorant.
Of all of
Okay.
how about Valorant, yeah. League of
Okay,
Legends,
cool.
your community is very toxic. I love playing you
Oh,
still,
yeah?
but it's so toxic.
All right, best esports athlete.
Faker.
Faker,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Faker, Zywoo, Demon One, Hydra, Ruler, and Imperial Hal.
Dude, you like Faker, dude?
Dude,
I'm
Faker
down.
he is the god. He is like literally the god
Yeah.
amongst gods in League of Legends.
Oh wow.
All right,
Okay.
best esports team. You've got Evil Geniuses, Fnatic, Gaming Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality. I have no
I don't
clue.
know.
EG.
Which one?
EG.
EG?
Evil geniuses. Yeah.
okay.
That's,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
All righty. Best esports coach. Potter, Zonic, Gunba, QT or XTQs, and Homie.
Potter, bro.
I want to go Potter.
Yup.
Okay. Might as well. We went for Evil Geniuses on the team, so
Valorant.
might as well.
But
give them the
admit
yeah.
it. Oh, it's because of Harry Potter, isn't it?
All right. Best
I'm gonna admit
esports
it.
event.
I'll admit it because of
All
Harry
right.
Potter. I don't know her.
Jason, this is on you. League of Legends World Championship,
yeah,
Blast.tv, Paris Major 2023,
Oh,
Evo
Evo?
23, International Dota 2 Championships, or Valorant
I
Champions
just missed
2023.
the Dota championships is just like a couple weeks ago, but you know, I mean I always go to Evo, but I don't think that's my choice of this year. Like
What is your choice?
it might really go to the leagues, but you know what? Just pick Evo just because I was able to see one of the champions in
You and
World War
you and
John.
Ninja.
Me and,
All right.
me and Ninja
All right.
Sweet.
hanging out. We're gonna
And
hang out
that-
again next July.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is our.
Sweet.
We have gone through all the 31 categories.
What did you guys say for game of the year again? I forgot.
Game of the year.
Oh, Baldur's
we
BG3.
Baldur's
went
Gate.
with
BG3.
BG3.
Yeah, that's right.
BG.
Yeah. That
And
makes sense. That was
honestly,
that was a good choice.
I love, I love Nintendo games and stuff like that too, but I don't think for me,
In
Wonder
this era,
Wonder
I
as
don't-
good as it's getting as I play it more, it's still not like, wow, that is my game of the year.
Yeah.
Once
right?
again,
Yeah.
like it's just another Mario game. It's just themed differently, and they throw some new bells and whistles, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I would say the same thing.
And even
Tears.
then,
No, go ahead,
Matt.
Jack.
Oh, I was gonna say, even then, like Final Fantasy 16, I think would have been a better nominee than Wonder,
Oh, instead of
and
Wonder?
even instead of Wonder, yeah.
I would
But even-
honestly, I would say better in like instead of Resident Evil.
No,
I have not played the RE4
No.
remake. I have not.
I,
So
I
still-
love it. It's great, but wait, really still Wonder?
yeah, I'd take Wonder out
Okay.
and put in 16 if
Final
and
Fantasy.
even then,
but-
16, like out of all of them, is probably would be kind of out of what I play. 16 would have been my game of the year. Tears
it would have
is-
been a personal one as well. But
yeah.
Huh.
if we're going for straight winners, BG3 is
Yeah, I feel like BG3 is
gonna hit.
gonna.
And I
Take it,
do, I do want to delve into Alan Wake 2 at some point because I did very much enjoy Alan Wake 1.
I'm super
So-
curious about it because like the gameplay is like, oh sweet, like they really put a lot into it,
Yep.
and it looks way different from the first game. So yeah, I'm curious. Looks
Yeah.
good.
So
And as much as I love Tears, Tears is great. I just feel like it's a continuation from the first one, and once again, they did throw a lot of different stuff and continue the strong story. But
I mean, I played the crap out of it, but I still haven't
No.
finished it. So
yeah, I'm still going
Yeah.
here and there back to
Haven't
it
gone back.
because I'm taking my time with it. But I can understand, like, yeah, Baldur's Gate, and then Spider-Man 2 is just a strong sequel for me.
but I think when you look at game of the year, right, overall, it's like, what has it done for gaming too? Like BG3 has lit everything up on fire, brought back kind of that
old school
dungeon crawler.
D&D. Yeah.
D&D type game, So
And gave it a fresh twist. Like a lot of people are like, yeah,
Yep.
like people are going to copy this formula from Baldur's Gate 3.
Mhm.
It's so that was the other thing I just kept hearing too. So
I mean, it's not that
I
they're
totally
copied
agree.
and it's not anything brand
No,
spanking
it's
new,
just going to be
but
like
it's just
this is
the
the more
freshness of
updated.
it.
Yeah, this is the more updated
Yeah.
formula that people, I think, unanimously agree with. So now it's going to be a template for
Yeah.
RP
That'd be
to
good.
continue on. Like,
Yeah.
no, like we're going to follow this template here, and then they're going to create their game. Yeah. But Baldur's Gate is the one that I think, started it, and should get the recognition. And
Why am I blanking on the game? Matt, what was the game with the robot, the cyborg? He was a cop. It was one of those storytelling. Not RoboCop, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
sorry. Well, that game just came out too, kind of recently. I was just sorry.
Matt played it. Why can't I remember it?
RoboCop.
Because it was like one of those. I can't think of any of the games that's coming. Like Beyond was one of them.
Oh, Detroit.
Thank you. So try. How would you feel if Detroit had mechanics like Baldur's Gate, whereas like instead you still had your decisions in making, but you couldn't necessarily always guarantee that this decision was going to be
no. So in Detroit,
successful.
You can't guarantee it, right? Is because if you don't find everything in the environment to help you make your decisions, your percentage goes way the fuck down.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Detroit, Detroit is kind of like not Beyond Two Souls, but Heavy Rain in terms of your decision making.
More like LA Noir. More like LA Noir.
LA Noir would be another one I would combine it with. So,
Okay.
For me,
my point was kind of being like, would you see like in agreement with Jerry, like would you see more of those types of games following Boulder Gate's lead?
I think here's my thing is you had all the battle royales, once Fortnite came out, right? And you saw Call of Duty kind of go that route. You have
but the funny thing is that Fortnite wasn't the first battle royale though.
It was the first one to really truly
PUBG was.
Well,
yeah.
PUBG, yes,
True.
But Fortnite blew it up. Let's put it that way. So
all right.
Fortnite found that formula.
Fortnite really made it not only in esports, but paved the way for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In popularity and stuff. But PUBG was and Counter-Strike.
Yeah. And then you had but what I'm saying is that then you had those emulators, right? You had Call of Duty going that route, and you had all those different ones going around. So I think you are going to see some publishers going, well, Baldur's Gate could do it. Why can't we? Right. When we know there's been a lot of those dungeon crawler type games that have come out, Diablo, Baldur's Gate, Torchlight.
I think the biggest thing, Theo, what you're going to see is these companies making those decisions. I think we're going to see them either going that route or continuing on with like the Telltale or like the Detroit kind of games, because there's still a need for them. There's still a market.
I don't want to see that though, because here's the thing, right?
It's going to be how it's headed.
Here's why I don't want to see
that adds a level of excitement.
Well, here's my problem with it though, is you look at, let's take PlayStation, for example, as we're closing out the show, right? Is that because you had these games as a service, right? They dumped so much money into acquiring Bungie. They put all these lofty expectations onto Bungie, and then Bungie had a 45% decrease in their targets, right? And they had to lay off a whole bunch of people, right? You look at The Last of Us with factions. That now is pretty much on ice as far as anybody knows. Like, we don't know what's going on with that. It should have been out already. Naughty Dog, we love you, but factions should have already been out. And that's like games as a service. And they were trying to basically jump on that games as a service train, and it's failed, right? You look at all those that jumped on the Fortnite train to try, like you had Call of Duty, right? Black Ops, Black Ops 3, we loved completely. They decided to go with Black Ops 4 as a battle royale style type game. Rainbow Six, as though, yes, it's successful with Siege in its own way, it still is not as popular and as good as the main campaign Rainbow Six games. Let's be honest. So all these companies trying to emulate each other because the other one just happened to hit gold on a game, right? I don't think it does any company good to basically throw their eggs in a different basket that they're not necessarily used to. Granted, you have the outliers like Guerrilla, who went from making Killzone, a first-person shooter series, to making Horizon, right?
Right.
That was a successful move. But some of these studios, you make that jump to a different type of game, and all of a sudden, you're out of your depth.
Yep.
You don't know what you're doing, and you bomb. And that could mean the closure of your studio.
Yep.
I think studios and publishers just need to keep to what makes them strong.
Yep.
PlayStation. And to go back to Jason and Jerry's video game analogies.
Yep.
PlayStation.
That's how I sold systems, bro.
Well, and this is what
that's how we
I'm
sold
giving you guys your props for this analogy, but PlayStation needs to stick to story-driven games. Don't go diving into this games as a service stuff for all your different games and stuff. Xbox needs to just stick to the shooters. Xbox is trying to catch up to PlayStation, these story-driven games, and they're failing badly.
Which I totally agree. I just I'm just trying to read the terrain where I feel some of those companies are going to question their direction, and that's going to happen.
Oh, we know that's going to happen because that's the way the games industry is. And then when they fail, they're laying off a whole ton of people. This year has been a very bad year for
rough.
layoffs.
Yeah.
It's because companies and publishers and studios have not hit their targets because they set all these lofty expectations because coming out with a game like Final Fantasy 14 and Genshin, right? You're going to try and come out with a similar game, and all of a sudden, guess what? You're going up against two titans. You overshot your mark because you thought those were the game, the cream of the crop, and you're making an emulated game like them, and then it doesn't resonate, and then you're losing your studio. Case in point, though, you look at, I hate to say this with Bungie, though. I mean, you had so much lofty expectations that Lightfall was going to do amazing things, and it bombed. And now you're looking at layoffs at the studio, especially after they just spent $1.2 billion to acquire a new facility and staff it out and everything and outfit it, right? Think about how much money that could have, if you just stayed in your old space, right? You wouldn't have had to lay off people.
Stay in your lane, bro.
They did it based on what they thought Lightfall would do. So I think ultimately, though, as much as Jerry, you are right, and I will absolutely agree with you, studios are going to emulate the fuck out of Baldur's Gate and Diablo 4. And I think
not Diablo 4, but Baldur's Gate.
More Baldur's Gate 3, but Diablo 4 is kind of in that same vein, right? The still not as much. Not as much as Baldur's Gate, but that
form's kind of it's kind of on its way out, which kind of also shows.
But Baldur's Gate, look how long it's been since 2. Since 2 came out, right? And Baldur's Gate 3 has come back with a vengeance, and everybody's loving it right now. I hope the studios and the game platforms and stuff just look at that and go, okay, cool. They made a great game. It's hit its mark. It did some great things, but we're still going to stay in our lane.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Yeah.
Except Nintendo, give us something else other than Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Give us something.
Do they need to, though? I don't think they need to.
Yes, they do. It's called Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Just saying.
Remakes.
More remakes.
I'm fine.
I think you would look at what they did with Metroid, though, right? They kept going with one set of stories in a side scroller. They still have Metroid Prime Remastered, which is a first-person version of it, and they both did extremely well. I think,
and a sequel on the way with 4,
with Prime 4.
I mean, I guess we'll really see them kind of reach with Mario RPG coming out. We'll see how that goes.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see how successful that is too, and critically.
it's gonna have a niche for it. So
Yeah, like that was one of the ones I passed on even for Super Nintendo. Yeah.
you and I were talking about Jerry, and I don't know if I'm gonna pick up Mario RPG. I really don't. Like, for me, I'd rather dive into Sea of Stars, fully on my
Yeah,
Switch.
there you go.
You know,
I'm still playing Wonder. I'm
things
fine
like
with
that.
but
I've got
yeah.
Wonder. I've got Animal Crack.
I feel like with the turn based and everything with RPG, I think it's not going to be that great because I am also not too excited about RPG because of playing
Really?
Paper
See, I
Mario
love-
as much as
Is
I
it
have.
inverse this time? I'm the one that's actually excited for RPG.
Because
then
I
versus you
I've
guys?
played Paper Mario recently a lot, and like it just got
It's
too
nothing like it.
repetitive.
It's nothing like
I
it,
know,
but you know.
but I still mean like it's that turn base
See, I
everything.
love the turn
and
based, like Octopath Traveler and whatnot, and the old school
Yeah.
Final Fantasies and Chrono Trigger and all of that. Sea of Stars. I don't know. I think I missed the window for that, Jason, because I never played it. So sell me on Mario RPG really quick before we
like
call it a night.
it is a family friendly. Think of it as a family friendly Final Fantasy. Virtually
Okay.
it is. And again, it was in my childhood growing up. My friend had it, and we would always play it like nonstop throughout the night. But the biggest thing is that it's just you don't have to think too hard on the story. The story is not like this 17-20 hour explanation of what's happening. It's literally this thing happens, so we need to fix it. That's it. It's like a as baseline of an RPG story that you can get. And that's, I think, what Nintendo does well with its game. It's that they don't overcomplicate it. You're basically going on to the mechanics and the base story, where the story is just literally A to B.
Mhm.
And there's not like this whole like, oh, we have to side quest like all day, every day. Like you need to have, it's not like Marvel, where you have to know everything that's going on.
You were
No,
going to
it's just
say that.
literally
It's
just
so knew you were going to say
straight,
that.
straight through. And I think it is in your guys' realm. It's just it could be too basic for a lot of people that people are thinking like, oh, it's just going to be like this. Oh, something's happening. World's going to end. That's it. We got to save it, and it's all.
Let me ask this really quick:
game.
Is it going to be worth the six? Do you think it's worth 60?
I think it's worth 60.
You think it's a day one pickup?
Oh wow.
Day one pickup?
Is it day one pickup or still worth 60?
Still worth 60. Day one pickup. If you're like really into it, I can wait it out a little bit, maybe about a month or so. There is no FOMO on that, but it is definitely worth the pickup. Where it's just like, oh, you know what? This is it. It's a solid game. It's a solid game.
Right.
Like even the old school is that solid where it still holds today.
Okay. Still on the fence with it.
It just never appealed to me, but cool.
All right. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for crashing game night with us tonight for voting on the Game Awards nominees. If you enjoyed tonight's show, make sure to drop us a follow. Head on over to crashinggamenight.com and follow us on the platform of your choice. I know things are getting still heated out there, especially what's going on over in Israel and Palestine. So just please, folks, just be excellent to each other.
That's right, all you nerds. Just prayers out there to Palestine and Israel, just that they come to an agreement or a ceasefire or something. And also, let's just continue on that note to spread the same message. Let's just try and spread a little bit more kindness, some tolerance, some patience, and let's just try and be safe out there and lend a helping hand and just be overall. Let's just try and do better and be better. Thank you guys, and thank you all you nerds, and just be yourselves and do you, boo.
You do you, boo. You do you.
Do you.
Again,
I have to say that every time that you do say that, it makes me cringe a little bit because it makes me think of Honey Boo Boo.
again, as
Just to be
always,
honest.
guys, just be safe out there. We are in the holiday season.
At least they're
You
off the
know,
television though.
We got 2 weeks. Just
We're
under 2
starting it,
weeks.
yep.
Under 2 weeks till Thanksgiving. So please, guys,
Thanksgiving.
be nice to the people out there that are in the retail stores. Our friends at Black Friday stores. Like, I feel for you. I love you guys more than anything because you guys do the Lord's work. People that are in
I'll be
retail,
out
people
there.
people that are in the food service industry. This is your Super Bowl. This is your time to shine. So let's just get up on it, bro. Like, it's gonna be a chaotic one this year for sure. So please be nice to them. Be nice to them. Be kind to them. Be safe, because those Black Friday deals, they're already starting, which is crazy.
Yep.
But it's
There's
fine.
no such thing as Black Friday anymore. It's
I know.
just
No,
Black
I know.
Month
It's
or
just
something.
like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I don't know what
pretty
they
much.
call it.
They just need to call it like November
is just
sales.
shopping month.
Yeah.
Do I dare
Shop-
steal his
shop
thunder
November.
again?
No, you don't.
Do I dare?
No, you
Do I
don't.
dare?
No, you don't. Because that's why I'm still talking. That's why I haven't led up to it yet.
He won't let there be a lull.
You'll hear that crescendo of
That lull will not
crazy-
happen.
the
Crescendo, I
crescendo.
love it. I
Yes,
love it.
sir. Because as we know,
All you
my
need to do
man-
is take a breath.
my man, Theowoski, send us out
He's-
like you do.
I have to say I really like the nominees for Game of the Year. I feel like we had a good vote this year
Yep.
going on.
Yeah.
Solid, very solid.
But
Yeah.
those out there, let us know what you think about our choices. Maybe
Yeah.
agree with them, maybe disagree with them. Maybe put your own pitch for Mario RPG, and maybe we'll change our minds.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good night, everybody.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Old school.
Oh.
I want to be you all the time, Jared.
You gotta let your hair breathe.
I
Just let
wanna-
your hair breathe. Let it
Oh, no.
breathe.